The Super Sons. Who are the Super Sons? Um, I'm going to tell you about the Super Sons today because they are the children of perhaps the two most famous superheroes in all of superherodom. Be real with D-Real. What up, what up, what up? It's your man D-Real, and entertainment is what I do. Welcome to another Be Real with D-Real. Let's get into it. Super Sons. As you can see behind me, the Super Sons are clearly the son of Superman and the son of Batman. They kind of made their first appearance in World's Finest Comics number 215 all the way back in January of 1973, and they appeared intermittently throughout that comic series until its demise in issue 263 in July of 1980. That iteration of the Super Sons was Bruce Wayne Jr. and Clark Kent Jr., who wore versions of their father's uniforms. And because it was the 70s, they talked with slang like "do you dig" and "right on, man," and that sort of thing. Uh, it was cute. I mean, back in the 70s, DC was kind of doing this thing where they had these family comics, and they had like the Batman family and the Superman family and the Tarzan family. Tarzan? I didn't know Tarzan had a DC comic. Well, that's a different show. Anywho, they kind of focused on this sort of family dynamic, and this is where the Super Sons were born, more or less. Now, a modernized version of the Super Sons came out. Jonathan Kent made his first appearance in the Convergence issue number 2, whereas Damian Wayne made his actual Damian Wayne appearance, because, as we know, in the Son of the Demon storyline, Talia al Ghul and Batman got together. Well, actually, Talia date raped Batman, um, and they had a son. And that son was unnamed in Son of the Demon. But in Batman number 655, Talia decides to let Bruce know, hey, you a baby daddy. And 2 issues later, in 657, he appeared as Robin. He's a crazy Robin too, because his first thing to do was to eliminate all of his rivals. Well, one of his rivals, which at the time was Tim Drake, who was Robin at the time. Superman's son, on the other hand, was a little bit more subdued, and he wasn't out to hurt anybody, and he wasn't out to kill anybody. But his powers when he first came out, were sort of half and half, and he was 10 years old, and then they aged him to 17, where now, coming in June, he is going to take over the mantle of Superman. That's right. Clark Kent is finally going to sit his behind down and stop saving the world and let his boy take over for him. He, however, is also off into the 31st century, because just like his dad before him, as 17-year-old Superboy, he was in the future learning how to superhero with none other than the Legion of Superheroes, who ironically were inspired to form themselves into a team because of the exploits of Superman. Go figure. Now, I don't know what's going on with Damian Wayne and but I know that they have a comic that came out in 2017 called Super Sons, and it's currently still running, is still in publication. Super Sons kind of chronicles the adventures of young Jonathan Kent and Damian Wayne. And at the time of this comic, Damian is 13 years old and Jonathan is 10. But for some strange reason, they are both like similar in size and height. A 13-year-old and a 10-year-old, drastic differences. But in this iteration of Superboy, he wears tennis shoes and his own little, put together get up. Sort of how Damian Wayne did when he first became Robin and took on the hood and Jason Todd's old Robin Togs and just kind of mixed it up with his League of Assassins gear. Damian Wayne is a piece of work. When he first, like I said, when he was first introduced, he tried to kill his rival. And he is a formidable combatant, being that he was reared and raised by the League of Assassins. So he's picked up all of those skills and abilities. And on top of that, he is an excellent swordsman, an excellent marksman, and an amazing computer hacker. Jonathan, on the other hand, he just has superpowers and he's nice. He can fly. He has super breath. And in recent Superman comics, when him and his dad was on an adventure, he showed that he has better control over his heat vision than Superman does. They were fighting these aliens and their heat vision wasn't having any effect. So Jonathan came to the conclusion that we could probably slow them down if I focus my heat vision on an air molecule between the two of them and superheat it until it explodes, stunning them and giving us the opportunity to knock them out. Wow. I think Jonathan's ready to take over as Superman because Superman didn't even know how to do that. I like them. They're funny because Super Sons is almost kind of like a buddy cop movie. And if I had to compare them to some cops, if I said Riggs and Murtaugh, then Damian is Riggs and Jonathan is Murtaugh. Also, Jonathan can be seen in a different iteration, the Jonathan Kent of Earth 38, on the television show Lois and Clark, or Superman and Lois, excuse me, Superman and Lois, not Lois and Clark, Superman and Lois appearing now on the CW. If you want to check it out, check it out. It has absolutely nothing to do with these versions of those guys, but it is a different story that they're telling, and it's about Jonathan, and I think that's interesting. So, that's the Super Sons. What do you think? Is it worth a read? Do you think would it fly as some sort of cinematic iteration or what? If you got ideas for the Super Sons, drop them in the comments. There, I did some DC. People say I don't do enough DC stuff. There you go. DC related. Now, happy? Smile. Yes. This has been Be Real with D Real. I will be back with another interesting topic for you to like and comment on. And if you aren't up on game already, like, comment, and subscribe to the page so that you can get alerts when new videos drop. Be Real with D Real. Y'all be good. Be good to each other.